Hey guys, this is Melissa with Web of Creativity, and I want to share with you this cute little project that I made. It is an accordion album, and I'm using some really cute girly paper here. My niece just loves unicorns, so I think I'm going to give this to her. So I am a design team member of a company called You Artist. They're a paper scrapbooking company in Israel. So this is my project for them, and it uses their paper collection called Unicorn. It's really cute. So if you want more information on the company and what they sell and their paper collections, just head on over there to You Artist. The links are below. That'll take you right there. So this is, I titled it Magical. It's a really cute unicorn in this castle. These both are part of a cutout page. Magical right here is actually a die cut from Lawn Fawn, and it's called Oliver's Stitched ABCs. So let's go ahead and show you the album. I have a little closure of ribbon. The ribbon does need to be just a bit longer. So then both sides of the album are accordion style. So I have this front cover here, says Be a Unicorn. It's really cute. So this is really pretty paper. I think my niece is going to love this album. So we got some castles, unicorns, ice cream cones on that side, and then you can pull it out on the other side. So this tutorial is going to tell you, I have a free downloadable tutorial on my blog, and I give all the measurements in this video as well. So again, just a simple accordion album, super cute, small, fast. So we're going to start off with the cover, and then we'll do the pages. All right, so let's get started. Starting with the cover, we have three pieces, the front and back covers, which are 5 by 7, and then the spine, which is 1 inch by 7. Then we have our two front cover, back cover mats, and those are 6.5 by 8.5. So we're going to start with covering our front cover. Now I put tape all the way around, but I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of strips of my ATG, sorry, my tape gun here. And then I'm going to measure 3/4 inches from the edge, the left edge. This will be for our front cover. And then 3/4 inches from the top and bottom. Line that up. Then for our spine, I only put 1 strip of tape on our spine piece. I'm going to grab my spacer. My spacer is 2 pieces of chipboard. I'm going to put it against the edge of the front cover. Attach, making sure it's even at the top and bottom, butting up against the spacer. And there is our front cover and our spine. And then let's grab our back cover. We're going to attach this guy 3/4 inches from the right edge. So our back cover is right edge. Add some more adhesive. And measure. 3/4, 3/4, and then 3/4 from the top and bottom. I'm going to flip over this guy and add our tape. So I'm using 1/2 inch tape, applying it flush to the edge of the chipboard. Alright, I put a piece of cardstock on the bottom so you can see the white paper. It's kind of white, hard to see on my desk. So let me take off my tape. I'm going to use my spacer, lean it up against the back cover chipboard, and then attach this evenly with the chipboard. Not the paper, but the chipboard. Alright. Next we added tape around the edges of the chipboard flush to the edge, skipping the gaps between the cover and the spine. Next I'm going to take my bone folder and go along the edge of the chipboard, and I'm scoring the edge. Makes it a little easier to wrap your cover. So we're going to trim the corners. So let me scooch in here a little bit. On a Tim Holtz ruler, the first dash line is the 1/8 line. So we're going to have that, measure that 1/8 line up to that chipboard corner. Angle the ruler and then just trim off. So we have that 1/8 inch gap right there. And you're just going to do that to all the corners. So line up 1/8, do it at an angle, and trim off. Next, we'll fold and run our bone folder across that edge. That just also helps when attaching. So we're going to attach our two short edges first. Roll over. And then we're going to tuck in the corners. So let me zoom back in here. So that 1/8 gap that we left gives us time, gives us some space to tuck in our corners. So when this part folds over, it gives us a nice crease. So we're going to tuck in all 4 corners. All right, next we're going to go ahead and attach the long edges. So this piece I forgot to add tape to. I don't think I have small enough tape. I'll just add some glue. We fold a little just to get my little bit of crease here, just to get that edge down. Okay, so when you run your bone folder across the edge, you want to skip the gaps just so you don't rip your paper. This just gives the edge a clean, flush look. All right. Too much glue. Again, skipping that gap. All right. Now we're going to hold where the gap is, top and bottom, and just fold in our front. cover. We're going to do this slowly. This gets the paper to stretch. We don't want to do it too fast. All right, so now that we got that, we need our inside cover. So I added tape to our spine piece and then flush to the edge of the gap and then stopped a 1/2 inch at the top and bottom. So we'll do this so when we add our paper, inside paper here, and then fold it, it doesn't pop up on the gap sections. Because if you don't fold it, you're going to get bubbling in your paper. So we definitely don't want that. So here I cut out my inside cover piece, and that is 11 inches by 6 3/4. So I'm going to remove my tape. I'm actually going to add some extra adhesive to the album, because I only have tape on the edge of my paper. So I'm just going to add some extra adhesive to the cover. There we go. Fingers are stuck. And then we're going to attach. So this is going to be attached with about a 1/8 inch border. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. Hold where our spine gap is, and just slowly fold over. Again, what we're doing is two things: stretching the paper and making sure the paper goes inside the gap and not pop out of the gap for a cleaner look. There we go. Alright, so this is an accordion album, so we're going to need a few pages. So we need 4 9.5 by 6.5, and then we need 2 5 by 6.5. So again, 4 9.5 by 6.5 and 2 5 by 6.5. So our 9.5 sheet, we are going to score at 4.5 inches and at 9, and you're going to score all of them the same way. And then for our 5 by 6.5, so on our 5-inch side, we're going to score a 1/2 inch. For the 9.5 sheet, we'll fold on the 4.5 inch score line. Run our bone folder to give a nice crease, and then flip it and fold the opposite direction, the 1/2 inch section, which will now become our tab. So for the tab, we're going to taper the corners, which cuts from the score line out inward. So we're going to taper those. Then we're going to add tape to them. I'm going to do that with all 4 pieces. Then we have our 5-inch piece. We're just going to fold on the 1/2 inch section, which now is our tab. Tape our corners, and then add tape to the tab. And you're going to do that for both of those. So we're creating 2 accordions sections, one for each side of the album. So one's going to go on the front cover and one's going to go on the back. So let me... Okay, so we're going to have 2 9.5 inch pieces folded, and then one of the 5-inch pieces, and this is going to make our one side. So we're going to go ahead And so we have our taped edge, our folded piece, and then our next taped edge is going to attach to the front of that piece flush. So I'm going to remove my tape. I'm going to also unfold this so I can line it up straight, unfold this one so I can see, and I'm going to just attach it. Like so. That makes this an accordion. And then we're going to attach our last piece to the top of this one as well. And I'm going to actually turn this upside down so I could see it and line it up better. There we go. So now we have our accordion. And then this tab will attach to the album. Like so. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare the second one real quick. Alright, we need to attach to the front cover. So we're going to want it so the first flap you pull to the left, which will make this tab on the inside. So I'm going to remove the tab tape, and we're going to want to put it, I'm going to turn it so I can see it better. We're going to want it even. So we're going to want it even from the sides. I'm about, let's see, about 1/4 of an inch from the sides. Yep, 1/4 of an inch all the way around. And there we go. We will cover this with a piece of paper. And then our second one's going to open in the opposite direction. So we're going to want to attach it like this and have it go out that way. So I'm going to turn this again. So I'm bending it so I can see the crease right here. So I'm just eyeballing where my 1/4 is going to be, pretty much just centering it up. There we go. All right, now we got our pages done. We're going to mat the pages, and we're going to include ribbon closure. So when we cover this piece, we're also going to have a piece of ribbon to tie this shut. So we'll have 2 decorative strips on the inside. But so far, this is what we got. So we have 2 pieces of 26-inch ribbon. And what we do is, I marked where I'm going to place the ribbon. So using a ruler, it's 2 1/4 inches from the edge of the paper over to the center mark. So then I marked it at the top and bottom and drew a line down the middle. It's hard to see. It's right there. So that's where I'm going to place my ribbon, and then it'll be the center of my paper. And I did that for the front side and the back side. So now what I'm going to do is attach a piece of tape. Or you can use glue, whichever works best. I think my 1/4 inch tape is too big. So I'm going to use my, this is 1/8 inch tape. I'm just going to add my tape. Straight on that line. Now 1/8 inch tape isn't that sturdy. However, we will be putting a piece of paper over top of the ribbon to hide that ribbon, so it'll make this a little bit more sturdy. So then we're going to go ahead and remove my tape backing. I'm going to find my center point of my ribbon the best I can and attach about the center. There we go. Perfect. Now I'm going to do the other side. For mats, you're going to need 10 mats per page. So you need a total of 20 mats. This is just the first page worth of mats right here. And then all these mats are 4x6. I'm just double checking. Yep, all these are 4x6. So how I cut them was made a 1/4 inch border all the way around. So how I like to do things, and you don't have to do it this way, is I do like it when it's a double page like this to have matching pieces. So when it's a double page, I did cut my mats so they're matching. And then for my single page, I chose a single mat, and then I'm a more solid color paper to cut. I don't want to cover this full paper because I like it, so I'm just going to do a strip to cover the ribbon and the tab right here. So cut out all the pieces already, and it's pretty easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and do one mat. If you want to ink your edges, go ahead. I'm not going to ink my edges on this project. And I am using an ATG glider for my adhesive for paper, just to make it a little more speedy to show you. But I'm in Florida, so for Florida, I would not recommend this to hold my pages if you're going to give this as a gift. I would prefer more solid adhesive, such as score tape. Sorry, I got a little bit of my tape hanging off. So I'm going to put this, so again, it's centered, and it's a 1/4 inch border. And how I'm doing the front, I'm also matching my two front pieces. Not everything's going to be the same on the inside, but I did want my two front pieces matching because I'm going to put some words so it kind of flows together. But I don't need to do a video of all the pieces, so I'm going to go ahead and mat my pages, and then I'll show you this piece right here and give you the measurement for it. Okay, I have matted the back section here. So this piece right here, I cut out, it is 2.5 by 6.5, and then we're just going to even it up with the page and slice it down. So this is a good piece to make it a little bit longer, like 2 3/4, and then use a decorative edge edge punch or die would be really cute for that. But yeah, that's really cute. Alright, before I put on the front and back cover, I need to put my closure piece, which is my ribbon. This is 2 5-inch piece ribbons, and My front piece is 4.5 by 6.5. And the castle and the unicorn are part of the collection that I cut out. And then I added the word magical and pop dotted those. So the magical is out of the, it's called Lawn Fawn die set, and it's Oliver's Stitched ABCs. So on the inside, I put Be a Unicorn and had a unicorn cut out from the collection. So let's start with this ribbon. I'm going to measure the center piece, which is 3.5 inches. I'm just going to do a little bit of a mark. And I'm going to just put my tape. And add my ribbon. Flip over, do the same, and that was 3.5. 3.5, do my little mark. Add some tape. I'm just eyeballing about an inch of ribbon. And this is the back cover. I'm going to turn it the right side so I'm not attaching this upside down. And this is going to go, it's going to have a 1/4 inch border. Flip over. Now my front cover piece, I added tape. There we go. And there is our cover. Sometimes if these are two different sheets of paper, this seam looks pretty good. You can't tell that it's there. But if it's not as smooth as this, I would add a strip to the spine to cover that seam of the two pieces of paper. So there we go. That's it. Just tie it closed and we are done. Now again, this is only 5 inches of ribbon. If you want longer strands, you can make it a couple more inches, which I should have done, but that's all right. It still looks adorable. Okay, this is the end of the video. So all I'm going to do is show all my pages matted so you can see how I matted them. So first off, we have the front covers. So I cut out letters, Be a Unicorn, and the rainbow and the unicorn is part of the paper collection. So this is what, you already know what this looks like. I added 2 pieces of the collection. And then this is this side. We got the blues and then the rain clouds. And then on this side, we got more rain clouds, colored dots. And I don't have anything over here, but I could add a word or something. Would be cute. And that's it. That's the album. Just an accordion type album. This is with You Artist paper collection called Unicorn. All right. Thank you for watching.